Hello and welcome back. I'm on a roll. Might as well record while the webcam is hot. Anyway, I'm going to do a little review of a deck I received as a gift from a dear friend, and it's the Santos and Signs by Melissa Lucia. Those of you who watch TarotTube know that, or maybe you don't know. I'll fill you in. This is the creator of the Oracle of Initiation and some other oracle decks as well. I received this as a gift from a dear friend because of my interest and practice and saint magic and all that stuff, right? So it comes in this cute little bag with the miraculous printed on it. The Blessed Virgin, the miraculous Blessed Virgin on the cover. Okay. Then it comes. So the premise of this deck is that these are along Route 66, and and I think it's specifically in New Mexico and that area there, right? In the desert, there are these these are photographs of religious icons in disrepair, in the most cases, shrines, and not only are there shrines and religious icons, specifically Catholic. There's also roads, snippets of road signs and all that stuff. It's called Santos and Signs, Saints and Signs. It comes with these cards that are the photographs, and then it comes with accompanied by these cards with words. So when I received this as a gift, I thought, oh my gosh, there must be like a PDF or whatever that goes with this deck. So I reached out to the creator and I sent the creator an email saying, hey, I received this as a gift and I was wondering if you have a PDF for your deck. And the reply I received was a little perplexing. One, it was this massive email as a reply, and I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe that's all the information. Instead, I was taken a little bit aback by the creator's tone. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like people, I don't know the creator, right? I'm just this lowly person on the internet who practices saint magic for a very long time, who received this deck as a gift. And this deck is not cheap, people. If you check it out on Etsy, it's actually pretty, in my, I'll get to it after what I think of it. But anyway, the reply I got back was kind of like weird, in the sense that it was, oh, lucky you that you're so lucky that someone gave you this deck. This is from the creator, people. And a very long email to pretty much tell me there is no PDF to the deck. And that really long email was pretty much upselling me on every other product that she's produced. Okay. So it left me a little, in the parlance of Italian Americans, skeeved. It left me a little skeeved, people, because, an email back saying, no, there isn't, and I hope you enjoy my work kind of thing, or I hope you enjoy the deck I created. It didn't have to come with a freaking hard sell pitch, right? So anyway, so there was that. And also the whole dismissive, it wasn't even a clear answer as to why there's no PDF. It's like, here, go to my website where I'm selling all these things and read why I don't have a PDF. As an author myself, I thought that's not how I would have approached it. But everybody's free to do whatever the hell they want, right? Anyway. So I'm approaching this deck, people, from the place of someone Oh yeah, and I think also was the language, because of course it was a form letter. I'm positive that that response was a form letter. It came with the language of, as though I knew nothing about saints or saint magic or anything like that. So, well, how would she know, right? It's a form letter. Anyway, I'm going to do a little flip through. I'll do a flip through because why not? So these are the backs. So this is why I can't really give you a lot of information. Oh yeah, and also it's like the whole thing. It's like I feel like this deck was manufactured to sell a course. You know what I mean? Like anyway, here we are. So these are the backs. Beautiful. And I'm certain many of you who are watching me have probably seen videos that rave about this deck. I'm sorry that I'm not going to rave about it. But I have also a responsibility. It's a personal responsibility to be honest about what I think about things, especially in light of FOMO, fantasy self, and all that bullshit, right? And that's been going on for me in the last couple of years. Let's go flip through. Give you an idea of what you're getting. My first criticism, I'm sorry, it's going to be a criticism of this deck, is if you are not familiar with these representations, like, and these are like, okay, no, I'm not going to start with a criticism. I'm going to start with praise. What I find beautiful about this deck is that they are photographs of pretty much ruins. They are American ruins. A lot of them are in disrepair. You can see a lot of them are shrines where people have left coins. Then you have these snippets of signs that may or may not mean something to you. So here's a hand from a statue of, looks like a miraculous Blessed Virgin. So here's the thing. Here's my criticism. If you don't know, here's a sign, like a road sign, billboard, whatever, a fragment of it. This is La Virgen de Guadalupe. Here's an altar. If you don't know what's what, like the signs are like whatever, it's abstract art, it's kitschy, it's whatever. But if you don't know the saints that are depicted, I find it, people who are saying they're getting like deep meaning from these images, it gives me pause, people. It gives me pause. A lot of these pictures, as you see, are just like close-ups of certain things. Rosary beads here with hands in prayer. Here we have a statue of Christ, Sacred Heart. Here we have the young child. I think in Mexican folk Catholicism, it's El Niño. Here's another Jesus. Here's another baby Jesus, or Jesus as a little boy. This, I read it as Saint Joseph. And here is some billboard. Now, my understanding from the little bit I could find online, that I had to get elsewhere, not from the creator people, is that, it's supposed to spark your intuition. Me, I have intuition by the truckloads. And I gotta tell you, it sparked nothing, especially these signs, some of which I'm familiar with. And then you have and there's a lot of repetition in these images because they are Mexican folk Catholicism, right? So here you have crucified Christ. Here you have a little snippet of a church. Here we have he's a folk saint, Mexican folk Catholicism saint. I'm not going to tell you who these people are because it's not my job, people. I'm sorry, but that's how I'm feeling today about this. So there's a lot of repetition in these cards. And there's a lot of abstraction, as you could see. I don't know. If you were to approach this deck with a question, and wait, I'm getting to the words. So what was interesting was not only the creator pretty much brushed me off with that form letter selling me other stuff, they also told me, so am I going to do a full flip through? Why not? So not only did I feel a bit of a brush off by the creator, this image is disturbing. But then there was the upsell, and then there was the cross selling another creator's deck. So basically they said, I was told, no, there's no PDF for this deck, and it's up to you to use it however. I think that's what she said, I'm not sure. But she did say there's no PDF. And then she recommended I buy another creator's deck in order for her deck to in order to get the most out of her deck, which, you know, I'm very sensitive people, especially with the whole see, there's a lot of repetition with this image right here. As you could see, I don't even have to show you all the images. Come on, it's all repetition. It's all either, you know, the Blessed Virgin, Jesus, I'm just going to flip through these quickly so I could get to the next thing. Here we have a little devil. And again with the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Okay. Am I cranky? I think I'm cranky because this deck gets a lot of hype in certain circles, okay? In certain circles, this deck, and the hype that it gets is from people that I respect, that I watch on YouTube, or TarotTube, however you want to call it, who say how incredible it is. And I got to tell you, for me, it fell so flat that I can't even tell you. But that interaction, with the creator, that brief interaction with the creator really didn't help either. So there's these word cards that you're supposed to use with these images. These are gray. So here you have sanctify, glorify, commune, celebrate. And then for some reason, some of them are this like rust color. And I looked at them closely and I tried to understand why are some of them rust color and some of them gray. And I thought there would be a reason, but no, it's just random. There's nothing meaningful in the 4 cards that are rust colored. Like I said, I feel like these cards were created in order to sell a course. But I'm sorry, if I need a course at this stage in the game, if I need to take your course to know how to use your deck, it's not a good deck. And the words are pretty. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you what she recommended in that email after telling me after, you know, the big upsell, go to my website, whatever, I'm selling all these other things. She suggested in her email that I buy the Sovereign Oracle or Sovereignty Oracle. I can't remember what it's called. It's another deck full of words like this, and it's like, oh my God, people, what am I trying to tell you? What am I trying to say in this review? I really didn't want to trash this deck. I really didn't. But the reason I made this video is that in conversation with other people who work with saints, who have a saint magic practice and work with saints and all this stuff, and I was speaking, I was communicating on email with someone that was really feeling bad that they couldn't afford this. This deck is astronomical. I'm sorry, but go take a look on Etsy for what it is. The pricing on this is like just beyond astronomical. Here's what I want to say. If you feel drawn to this deck, and whatever you do with your money is your business, but if you are like that person who emailed me and we were talking back and forth, are feeling sick because you feel like this deck is going to like would really make a big deal to your practice of saint magic, that this deck would be like really would be an additive, that it would be tremendously amazing to own this deck, I gotta tell you, no. I'm sorry. The quality is beautiful. You know, like the quality is beautiful. I love the card backs, but the substance is not there for this deck. I don't know. I was expecting something different from all the hype that it gets. And these words are really they're banal words, people. Banal is the best word I can come up with to describe the words. And I've done readings. If I have to use, and please, don't leave me a comment and say, oh, you need to use them with another deck. No, I'm sorry. If I have to use another deck for these to work, then, like I said, go take a look on Etsy. These things are astronomical. I think they're like over $100 Canadian shipped. Like, if not even, it's probably even teetering towards like, beyond $100 Canadian shipped. No, I'm sorry. You don't need them. And then I'm going to go back to what I always say. If you are a Saint Magic practitioner, Saint prayer cards cost 59 cents at your local shrine, Catholic gift store, whatever. You can make your own deck of the saints that you work with and use tarot or playing cards for the rest. I didn't want this video to go the way it went with my shkiv. But I have to say that sometimes when you're a creator, the way you interact with people, because we live in an age, it used to be that we never got to know authors and stuff like that, right? And there's this old saying, may you never meet your heroes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because we are accessible to the public, I would never in a million years tell someone, oh yeah, to use my thing, you need to buy somebody else's thing. And yeah, sorry, I didn't make a PDF or whatever, but I just, I think in the email, I should have pulled it up or something like that. Something every time she went to write it, it just didn't come. It didn't come because they don't mean anything. That's why the PDF didn't come. So this, I understand, is a controversial video. I don't like to trash other people's work because it's terrible to do that. But I have to say, I had to be honest with my review of this one because I mentioned just one person. It was more than one person who contacted me and said how they wish they could get their hands on this one, but it's too expensive, and how it was paining them because they thought that this would be a real additive to their practice. And I just wanted to get my point across as someone who was blessed to have a friend who sent it to her. No, you don't need this. This is save your money, spend it on something you really need, like food, shelter, that kind of stuff, right? Because it's not, this deck is not what you think it is. It's not, anyway, I'm going to stop now. Again, I don't like trashing other people's work. And it was just because I wanted to make sure that the people that had messaged me understood that this was my experience with this deck. And I don't recommend it. Not for Saint Magic practitioners. if you're a Saint Magic practitioner, if you're Catholic, if you're a Catholic folk magic practitioner, this is not the deck for you. I don't think. If you're into all that psychological stuff, and you like the, and your intuition, and like, looking at an image and seeing what it tells, how it speaks to you, being Catholic gets in the way, because you recognize, you'll look at it, you'll recognize what it is, and then you'll also recognize that most of these cards are the same thing. All right, I think I'm done. And I apologize if I came across a little harsh, but I don't apologize for providing you an honest review of this deck. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you all a beautiful day.